Hi everyone, my name is Layla Shakir and I'm going to give you guys a presentation of HLP and Assistive Instructional Technologies for grades K to 12. Defining higher learning practices would be a set of practices that are fundamental to support student learning that can be taught, learned, and implemented by those entering into the profession or educators who are already in the profession and they want to learn different strategies and practices to improve students' academic success in the classroom. One thing about higher leverage practices, and especially with the climate in your classroom, is being sure that your class has a consistent, organized, and respectful learning environment. This means that the teacher is she's planful, or he is planful and deliberate. So I'm just going to talk about a few higher leverage practices that revolve around assistive technology. They can be used during K through 12. So HLP number 19, which was one of the instructions on pages 12 through 22, use assistive instructional technology to evaluate new technology options that fit your students' needs in the classroom. Using assistive technology in the classroom is just a great tool because students are able to basically do something that they're used to. We live in a world of technology. Them having the easy access of being able to use an iPad, a smart board, a computer, that's kind of like their comfort zone, so you may see different things out of them. In grades K through 4, one of the videos that I watched on the HLP website was with this teacher named Miss Rains, and she used the smart board, which is like one of the most common things used now in a classroom, and it's a great assistive technology tool. She used it to basically introduce her students for the day with their calendar. She had one student come up and the student clicked the calendar on the board and it told her the date. So the student was able to interact with the smart board, and not only was she able to interact with the smart board herself, she was also able to display everything on the video for the rest of her classmates. The same type of instruction can be used in K through 8. They can also use the smart board, and it'd be a great tool just because it keeps them engaged. It keeps them motivated to want to do it because it's fun. So you can make it a game. 5 through 8, you can do something different with your instruction in the morning throughout the day. You can even have them go into groups with each other. Just keeping the students engaged, keeping them aware of what they're learning is one of the main keys. Also, when you're doing HLP, when you're doing higher leverage practices, you have to make sure that you are incorporating UDL. So Universal Design for Learning is one of the main frameworks for when you're using higher leverage practices. So you should make sure that your students are engaged, that they're constantly being relatable to. So if any type of subject comes up, the students are able to relate to it. And for 9 through 12, another assistive technology that can be used for them is putting them in groups. And it might be a little harder to do it with the younger grades. So K through 4 might be a little bit more difficult, but definitely 5 through 8 and 9 through 12, they'll be able to get into groups. And it does sometimes depend on what type of classroom that you have. But if you have the proper classroom management, then you will be able to have your students work together for at least a good 10 minutes, if they're able to pair up with the correct group and they're engaged with something that they like. So assistive technology that can be used with kids 9 through 12 could be just a simple whiteboard. You can have your students come together maybe in the morning time. They can all see maybe what the date is, or what day of the month it is, or maybe what special holidays are coming up in that month. Making sure that your students are engaged and they are active and they're interactive with each other as well as you is one of the main keys, because that lets us know that we're learning. Higher leverage practices are great to use in the classroom, and it's a great tool for all instructors because it just makes the environment better for your students.